Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. When Biden was president, he always wanted to rely on the high technology of the United States to attract European countries to join and become the partners of the United States. For example, the Netherlands, which is particularly good at lithography, was targeted by Biden. During the 4 years that Biden was in power, the Netherlands has always restricted China and has never relaxed it. Now that Trump is in power, the attitude of the Netherlands towards China has changed. It is no longer as tough as before. Instead, it has taken the initiative to extend an olive branch to China and wants to establish friendly relations with China. China took action immediately when it saw this opportunity and flew to The Hague to respond that night. Now, in order to continue the friendly relations with these European allies, Trump did not let his grievances with Biden get to his head, and decided to deal with them according to Biden's cooperation path. But when Trump came aggressively, some of the allies of the United States were scared, while others quickly showed goodwill to Trump, hoping that the United States would give them less color for the sake of interests. While other European countries are busy looking for opportunities to get closer to Trump, the Netherlands is determined to go against Trump. It believes that China is capable of protecting the Netherlands. In 2025, at the World Economic Forum held in Switzerland, the head of the Netherlands, Schoff, said that although the Netherlands' attitude towards China is a bit similar to that of the United States, neither is very friendly. However, Schoff mentioned a key point, that is, the Netherlands must make the final decision on the export restrictions of lithography machines. To put it bluntly, the Netherlands is telling China, this time the Netherlands will no longer follow the United States. We will make our own decisions on lithography machine policies. The semiconductor industry is not only critical to China, but also plays a vital role in global development. Therefore, major countries like China and the United States attach great importance to the huge benefits and prospects that semiconductors can bring. But looking at the current development momentum, China's semiconductor industry seems to be running fast, much faster than the United States. This made the United States very anxious, so they asked the Netherlands to stop selling lithography machines to China, hoping to use this method to slow down the pace of China's semiconductor industry. In the past 4 years, the Netherlands was actually not very willing to tamper with China's exports, but the United States was so powerful that the Netherlands had no choice but to bite the bullet and act according to the instructions of the United States. China is an important market for the export of Dutch lithography machines, and the Netherlands has obtained considerable import funds from China. At the same time, multiple chip projects in cooperation with China have also enabled the Dutch semiconductor industry to develop rapidly. However, due to pressure from the United States, the Netherlands was forced to restrict the export of lithography machines to China. This not only made the Netherlands lose a large piece of cake, but also slowed down the development of their semiconductor industry. Now Trump's tough stance makes the Netherlands feel that if they don't make a wise choice, the Netherlands may be in trouble. So they quickly sent an invitation to China, trying to find a way out. On January 23, as soon as China received the invitation from the Netherlands, it immediately took a special plane to The Hague, the Netherlands, overnight. China's former diplomats went to meet the King of the Netherlands and the 2 prime ministers of their country one by one. During this meeting, both sides expressed their willingness to cooperate well together and talked about their views on the relationship between them. The Chinese personnel first greeted them and asked about their recent situation, and then said that China and the Netherlands have established diplomatic relations for 50 years. And both sides have gained a lot of benefits. China has always pursued high-quality diplomatic development, and has a welcoming attitude towards Dutch companies, which has never changed. However, China also hopes that the Netherlands can create a serious and impartial cooperation atmosphere for China, and not always regard those small benefits as treasures, and look further ahead. I hope that our relationship can continue to be strong and long-lasting. The Netherlands also responded to China's peaceful statements and suggestions. Dutch leader Schoff said, "China is a particularly critical partner for the Netherlands. Maintaining a good cooperative relationship with China is an important responsibility of our Netherlands. Although there have been some minor setbacks in the past, the Netherlands plans to maintain close ties with China in the future and strengthen technical cooperation in many fields. At the same time, the Netherlands is also willing to work with China to safeguard international laws and regulations on free trade. In fact, the Netherlands has long been dissatisfied with the US hegemony policy. I remember that in September 24, they said they wanted to leave the EU and improve relations with China. The thing is, because the semiconductor giant in China plans to withdraw, and the United States wants to prevent ASML from exporting lithography machines to China. But the problem is that the United States cannot directly manage a company, so they threaten the Dutch government and want the Dutch government to take action. In 2023, ASML broke the company's annual transaction record in one fell swoop, because of its $8 billion revenue in China. But by 2024, without the $8 billion from China, or even more, ASML will have a headache, and its income will drop sharply. Now they are anxious and have the idea of moving out of the Netherlands. This made the Dutch government finally realize the seriousness of the problem, so they slowly hinted at reconciliation to China from the beginning. Until now, they simply broke up with the United States at all costs, just to seek cooperation opportunities with China. After the Chinese employees left the Netherlands, Dutch Prime Minister Schoff once again said that although Trump seemed to want to change the decision on semiconductors when he first came to power, the Netherlands would not easily buy it. In the future, the Netherlands will make its own decisions on free trade for domestic enterprises, especially in the field of semiconductors, and the Netherlands will no longer listen to the baton of the United States. This is a great thing for China. It has not been easy for China to come this far. From the difficult years in modern times to the present, the Chinese people have survived that extremely difficult time, just like walking through a long and dark night.